it would be this big. Okay, now we are recording. So good evening, guys. This is DDFX. How has been the journey so far? Now, today I want us to talk about. Let's repeat something small about the support and resistance. Then I'll touch about the trend lines, how we are able to analyze the market again. I know some people are way ahead of us. Please switch off your microphones. Please don't tempt me to mute you guys. So I know some of us are way beyond us, but I want to balance this so that we can be at the same pace, in the same pace. So let's see what you can acquire during this session. Now, this was my setup since the morning, and you can see that profit has hit all my take profits successfully. This breaking news, this is the highest record of gold. This is the highest price of gold ever reached in the history of gold trading. So today is a very nice day for us. It's a blessed day for us. So we're celebrating. This is the highest price of gold ever recorded in the history. So because I told you guys, before you do your analysis, you should always look at the market using higher time frames. Before you start your analysis, using higher time frame like the yearly candle, and look at the yearly candle. The market almost hit 52, 35, 30 there. So this is the highest recorded history of gold. So look at how gold has been behaving. This is the year's candle. This is to this is this year's candle. Look at how it has been behaving. Now today we are going to look at you guys have been identifying the trend lines. Remember, we said the only way you can make money in the Forex market, man, it's very simple. The only way you can make money in Forex is being consistent. Consistency, I mean, if we have a class, if we don't have a class, don't wait for me to open the group, to open the class so that you guys can open your charts. No, we said go an extra mile. So far, I can say the guys who I started with, the likes of Kina Kirui, the likes of, let me see, the likes of Mary. You guys now should be practicing with your demo accounts. I created a demo account for you. I showed you how to place a trade, how to buy, how to sell. I gave you one of the simplest strategy that you can work with as a beginner and try to see if it can work with your strategy, with what you've learned. That is the best practice ever. Not just learning every day. I've seen Mary has been doing fine. There's a guy, let me surprise you. There's a guy I did introduction on Monday, not Monday, on Wednesday last week. The guy is in Australia. Today, the guy managed to fund his live account with around, $1,500. And the guy has grown that account to $2,000. So today he got $500 from his own analysis. So the practice that we are doing, don't take it for granted. I know my strategy is very simple. This is the simplest strategy you can ever find in this Forex market. But the only way you can achieve success is for you to practice a lot. Please, you can learn for years and not be able to, and you are not profitable. I've seen so many people who have been trading for years. They started trading 2012. They are not profitable. But the guy who I taught last week from Wednesday, that's why I introduced to him what Forex is, and today has managed to make $500. I gave you another example during the Presenter Ali's channel interview. I taught a guy from scratch, a guy from USA. He started trading. I introduced to him into the Forex market. He was doubting Forex, but within, I think it did not even take 3 weeks. The guy used a demo for a week, then he told me, bro, I'm able to double my demo account. Now I need to go live. So he deposited his money. The guy makes over 2,000 on a bad day per day. There's a day he made $24,000. And I've been monitoring his moves every day. He's been sending me screenshots, how he analyzes the market. When there's a danger zone, he always reminds me. Sometimes I could send a signal in the group, then he could tell me, bro, there's a danger zone there. Why are you saying people should buy? And this market is on a danger zone, it should sell. So the guy used to challenge me. And the guy makes crazy money up to date. So the more you take it serious, the more you practice, the more it sinks in you. Don't wait for me to keep on teaching, because I'll keep on repeating the same approach. I told you my approach in the Forex market is the simplest ever in the market. I teach the simplest approach you can ever make. I just make Forex to be easy for everyone. Because people say you can't make money in 2 weeks. You can't be profitable in a year, all in a month. So it's up to you to hype your game. Try as much as possible to practice what we learn. Try also to run on your demo account. Identify the take profits, the stop losses, what we've already learned. And I know the future is very bright. You won't even take a month or two before you become profitable. Sorry for starting at a very tough note, but I had to make that sink in you guys because it's very important. It's really important for us. Now, let's look at the other session. Now, let's look at how we can now trade and analyze the market. This is another approach in the market. I'll not repeat. The other guys, I'll repeat what we've been learning. I repeated that some time back, what we've been learning. But today we are learning about, yesterday I taught about support and resistance. So let's talk about support and resistance again today. Then we can say, at least I can give you some confidence. But remember, you need a lot of practice. Sawa sawa. Someone is raising his or her hand. Who is this? Frank, VP. Can you hear me? I hope I am audible enough. Frank, how are you? You raised your hand, Frank. Okay. No, Frank. Man, sorry. Okay, let's continue. In case of anything, you just shout your question. Now, I hope you guys can see my chat. Is my chat visible to by everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's start our analysis. Today we're talking about support and resistance. Again, I'm repeating this again, support and resistance. Then for the other guys, we'll be talking about the trend lines. The other guys have already, the first USA group, you guys, we've already learned about the trend lines, how to identify all these zones. So that's what I'll be teaching tomorrow morning for the newbies, for the guys who joined my class this week. I have a very vibrant group. So I'll teach you how to identify these zones using these simple lines. This will be a lesson for, by Friday, I'll teach you on how to use this line. But today, let's talk about support and resistance. Now you guys now should have challenged me and tell me I did my analysis in the morning. This was my entry point. This was my TP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. I was waiting for someone. The only person who shared was Brian and Mary. And that was a very nice gesture. I hope the market has hit all your take profits. So let's talk about something different. Let's talk about now the support and resistance approach. This support and what is this support and resistance? So we said the only way you can identify your support zone, the support zone, they help to prevent the market from pushing further, from the price falling further. So the support zone always lies below our market. So the work of the support zone is to support our price, to prevent our price from pushing down further. And for us to identify our support zone, a support zone is formed when we get multiple rejections within a region. So if we get multiple rejections here, then the market changes direction. What is left behind here is what we call the support zone. Then when the market approaches this zone, when we get a rejection there, we get a resistance. So if the market, remember we said the market moves in three different ways, either downtrend, or uptrend, or a consolidating market. So if this was a downtrend, and we talked about the reversal zones, the rejections, the zones for the guys who are in the advanced class, like in Akirui. So if this market was pushing down and it reached at a zone where there was a danger zone, a point of interest, then we got multiple rejections, then the market changed direction. What is left below here is what we call the what? This is what we call the support. This is what we call the support. What is left below here? Now, if this market pushes all the way up, what we get here after these multiple rejections is what we call the what? This is what we call the resistance. Hence now the support and resistance. So when you look at the market, how the market moves, we say the market moves in zigzag, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up, up, then down, then consolidate, then up, then down more, then down more, then consolidate, reverse, then up again, then up, then consolidate, then pushes down again. That is how our market moves. If you look at our pattern, this is exactly how the market moves. So our market will always move within your support and your resistance zones. So you can look at this market. You can see up, broke, down, up, down, up, down. So what is left here at this rejection here, what is left here is what we call the what? This is what we call the support zone. So you can see the market moved up, went back again to the support zone, then the market was rejected here after hitting this support zone, then the market pushed up and broke this previous resistance here. And broke that resistance. That's why you can see the market is pushing up. So we might expect the market to do what? To go up, push down, then up again, then probably push down or decide to push up. So we're expecting this market to come again to this zone here. Then you can buy again and focus and target where these other resistance. So that is how our market moves. So any question so far? Can I repeat? Oh, we are okay.
That's fine.
That's good for me.
We said our lesson does not we don't discriminate anyone. This is an international school. This is a group of schools, man. You should flex because this is an international school. We are dealing with people from students from all walks of life. We have students from Sweden, Botswana, Australia, USA, UK, Kenya, Namibia, Sweden. Man, this is a big class. So be proud of yourself. So wherever you find an issue, please don't hesitate to ask. No one knows you here. So don't be afraid. If you don't understand anything, you can tell me to repeat as many times as possible. I told you the secret that
thank you.
I have a background of education. My parents were all teachers, so I can repeat this concept as many times as possible. So so it's in my blood. Don't worry when you have an issue, just you can shout your question or you can type on WhatsApp. But it's nice if you ask your question by you can just raise your hand or you can just shoot your question, because I've unlocked all your mics, so anyone is able to comment and ask a question. So let's look at what is happening next. Let's look at what is happening. Now let's push down. Let's push down now. Let's look at this zone again. We said the market. Let me start again. I told you I can repeat as many times as possible because this concept is very crucial in your forex trading journey, and you guys will remember me for that. Can you show us liquidation zones? Yes, we're going there. Nice, Christian. Now we have a Gen Z in the house. At least, Christian, that's a nice question. At least I know what to focus on. So we say this is our support. Imagine this is our resistance. The resistance zone is found on top on the upper side, and this is our support zone on the lower side of the market. So when the market falls and decides to reverse at this area, it creates a support. When the market is rejected at this area, when the price is rejected at this area, it leaves a what? A resistance. So the market must move like this, and I repeat, the market must move up, down, up, down, up, break above. Remember we said if the candle breaks above, we do what? We do buy, whether consolidating zone or an up trade. Push up, get reversed, come down to our support. Now from this resistance, when the market breaks and create a new resistance here, if the market breaks and create a new resistance, what is formed here is that now our new what? This is our new support zone. So we expect this market to do what? To reject, then push back to the resistance, then come back, then either push up or decide to push down. So that's how the market moves. Now on another on another approach, you might expect this market to break down, to break below this area. Remember we said if it breaks below this area and gives us a bearish move, we end up for sales and target this area here. So if it breaks below here, it forms a new support, then this becomes our new what? This area here becomes our new resistance. Then we get a new what? We get a new support here. That's what happens in our market. So the market will always move within your support and within your resistance. So we said for you to identify the support and the resistance zones is to look at the lowest candle. The tallest candle, I can say that this is the tallest candle on a down trade. This is the longest candle, this one here. So you highlight the entire week. Remember we said, I told you guys before we start, we'll be starting with the body, then we'll narrow down to the weeks. Now this is the time we are making use of the weeks. So you highlight that entire week like that. That entire week. Then this becomes our what?
Support.
Our support. Then if this market gets rejected here, there was previous rejections here where the market came from. I know there was previous support here because of this rejection, or this area, or this area, or this area. You can say there was previous support here. Then what happened? The market pushed up and created a new what? And created this resistance here. After that rejection, that was the tallest candle. Then what happened to the market? So the market pushed all the way to the resistance, came all the way down, tapped within my support here. Then the market reversed, then broke above my resistance. That's why you can see that very nice move there. Because we said after this breakout, we might expect the market to come back to our support, then push back to the resistance and either continue pushing up. That's what we're expecting. So Christian was asking, where do we find our liquidations? Now, the liquidity zones are our support zones. Where we have our support zones, we call these liquidity zones. Liquidity. We call these liquidity zones. So what are liquidity zones? From the word liquid, liquid simply means money. Liquidity means money. So when you hear the word liquidity in Forex, it means money. When you hear someone say, I've been liquidated, it means your money has been taken away. So liquidity simply means money. So you find the liquidity zones on the lower side becomes our support. On the upper side, the liquidity zone becomes our what? Our resistance. So this area here is our resistance. Then this resistance was broken. That's no longer our resistance. And this will become it will become our support, this region. Then we'll have another resistance here. If this market decides to get rejected. So what happens now? So our liquidity zones are formed within these regions. This is the liquidity on the lower side and the liquidity on the upper side. So liquidity means money. So in these liquidity zones, these are the areas where institutions place their trades. You can say this is where many banks, many big institutions, the market makers, this is where they place their trades. And we call them the liquidity zones. So you find they have already placed a lot of money, valued in terms of dollars. You can see these liquidity zones. If you use an indicator, it will show you some numbers here. So these zones are very crucial. When you see the market being rejected, it forms a liquidity. On the lower side, it gives you lower liquidity or the support. And on the upper side, it gives you the upper liquidity, which is our resistance. So these corners, this is where the big institutions place their money. This is also where big institutions place their stop losses. So if you know, you know. I'll talk about the stop losses. So this is where many institutions place their stop losses. So let me show you an example of what I mean by the support and resistance. We can use an indicator we call the liquidity swing. You can come here to indicators, but I'm not teaching you to use indicators. As a beginner, you click like that, the liquidity swing. And let me screenshot this and share to your groups. I'll share later the liquidity zones, because if I distract this recording, so this, it will show us our support and resistance. So this is our support and this is our resistance. This was our resistance which was broken. Now it's our support. This is another resistance. After these rejections here, we had already marked this when I was drawing the lines. This is another not resistance but support. This is another support which has been created. So we open, if this market rejects here, we form a what? It will give us another resistance. This was also another resistance. So though these indicators not indicated this, but this is another zone. So whenever you get multiple rejections, on the lower side it becomes our support. Multiple rejections on the upper side, they become our resistance. So if you look at these corners here, you'll see some small numbers here. This is where the institutions have placed their money. You can see some small numbers. So these are the liquidity zones, all these areas. So they are found within our support and our resistance zones. So that was a very nice question. Christian. So when you see the market coming all the way and taps this and closes either below, or we see a wick that will just break this line, it means that institution has collected what? All this money has been collected. There is no more money here. So it leaves a dotted line like this one. You can see this is a dotted line. So it leaves a dotted line, meaning this money which was here, the money has been taken. So that is what we call the liquidity sweep. So we call this the liquidity sweep. This one. So when the money here has been taken, when the market breaks our liquidity zones, our resistance or our support zone, we say that market has swept the what? The liquidity. The meaning of sweeping means it has taken that money. That's what it means by sweeping the liquidity. So that was a very nice question. So anytime you see the market pushing up, remember you say the market is coming for what? For this money. The market is coming for this liquidity. So all this liquidity has not been taken. And we hope the market will come to sweep this liquidity. But this is gold. Remember, gold is generally bullish. It's not a must for gold to come and do what? And sweep this liquidity. But gold has already swept all the liquidity zones. Because I can see there was liquidity zone here. There was also another liquidity zone which has been swept. So always this is what we call the liquidity sweep. This one has also been swept because this candle already broke above this zone here. If we could have drawn like that. So this liquidity has also been swept because this market went above that zone. So that's what we call liquidity zones. So the liquidity zones are formed within our support and within our resistance zones. Are we together? Guys, are you able to identify these liquidity zones? All these are support zone. You can see this color is different from this one. This is green and this is red, meaning this is our support zone. And this is our resistance. So this is our support and this is our resistance. So for you to trade within support and resistance, I know that is what we've been waiting for. For you to trade within support and resistance, we say this market must push up. The market must push from the support from our support here. It must go all the way to our what? Our resistance. So what happens? This market must push up. Come, tap this zone, then it will be reversed back to our support, multiple rejections, back to resistance, multiple rejections, back to support. That is what we're expecting in the market. Any question so far? Any question, please?
So like I can see in this one that like gold is being bought at $3,500 something dollars, and
Yeah.
you said somebody put 1,500 and bought $500 extra.
Yeah.
Is that in one trade that it moves that big?
Yes, sometimes it can move that big. Sometimes I say these candles move differently. These candles, when you look at the time frames, it means every candle will take the same duration. So you can find a very long candle and a very short candle, and all the candles took the same duration to form. Both the long candles and the short candles all took the same duration. But I will talk about the zones.
Okay.
My question, Didi,
Yes.
is about when are we going to set or to press the to buy or sell? I see when I see you just draw support and resistance. I see. Okay, I don't know how to ask, but when the market going up to resistance and coming back
Yes.
to support, so
Yes.
and then going back again to resistance. So I don't understand when are we going, when we have to support to put to enter the market.
Probably he's asking on when to enter the trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's a very nice question. So when to enter the trade, remember, if the market gives us a bullish move like this, so what we wait for is to see if you are using 15 minutes time frame for your analysis. So this is what we might expect. If this was 15 minutes, and you see if this market was moving to this, if this market was moving all the way to our resistance zone, then you start seeing a what? A rejection. Or you can start seeing a week, the candles forming a week after tapping this resistance. You can go to lower time frame, like 5 minutes. Then you will see what? You see a continuation of that. Let me see. Okay, where's my chart? Now it went so far. Let's just continue with the 15. But imagine now you are in 15 minutes. So you go now to 5 minutes and you see the market will start to give you what? Some bearish candles. So when you get the first bearish candle, wait for the second, then you can enter for a sell, targeting this support. When you get to the support, you start seeing some bullish candles pushing up, then you know it's time for what? For buys and target this area.
Okay. Do I have to stop? Do I have to stop to leave the market? Because when we go down, it's sell, so I have to go and sell, and then break the market and go back.
I've understood that. So if you take a buy from here, targeting the resistance, when you start seeing, you can close your market here. You can close your trade. Then you can wait for these bearish candles. Then you can enter for sales.
Okay.
When you get to this support zone, you can close your trade because it's within support. Anything can happen within the support. Then wait for the candle to give you some bearish moves. Then you can enter by targeting this area. When you reach the support again, look for bearish candles, then you can sell. Or when you get a strong bearish candle, it's an indication that the sellers have taken over. When you see a candle with a big body, it means that color, if it's buyers with a big body, it means the buyers have taken over. If it's the sellers, it means the sellers have taken over. So don't go in for buys. So look for sales and target this support zone. If you get a big bullish candle like that, you should end up for buys and target where? And target this region. I don't know if we are together now.
Yes, very good.
Are we together, guys?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Yes.
Another question. Don't be afraid to ask your questions. Shoot your questions, man. Don't be afraid to ask your questions. Ken, how are you? Ken, are we together?
You're together, Lydia. Okay, let me ask a question.
Yes.
So this question that was asked earlier, can you work with this resistance and support how you put, for example, think the earlier images you had put earlier, the TP1, TP2, TP3 force. Can you also, the first resistance here, you put TP1, and then the second resistance, you put TP2.
Now,
as you go
that's
up
a nice question. So if you are targeting this resistance, obviously the market will play games here. It can't go all the way straight. Let me clear that. This is what I mean. This market will always push like this. You might even decide to come back to support again and push. Play there, play back, then come to support. So the market will always behave like that. So for you to identify these areas where the zones, the market might decide to reverse like this, we go back now to our concept. Remember, we are combining these support and resistance with our trend lines. You remember the lines, Ken? The lines are very crucial. We've not thrown away the lines.
Yes, I remember.
But the guys who we've not got to that point, we'll do the session, I think, tomorrow. For the guys who are, I know there are guys who we've not tackled about the lines, how to identify the lines. So you see the market will have these lines. So these lines will now be our TP1, 2, as we target where, but our main target will be our what? Our resistance. But the market must play games here. The market cannot just go support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. The market cannot move like that. The market will always give you headache. The market cannot even come near your resistance, then come back to the support and break even the support and continue pushing down. So these zones will help us to identify the possible areas where this market might decide to do what? To consolidate or to reverse. Because if you look at this market might decide to reverse within this area. For instance, if you had drawn a line here and another line here, what would have happened if the market approaches this line? You can see the market came all the way, got rejected, then pushed down, then up again, then broke above this area, then went to the what? To your resistance. So these zones will help us to identify the possible areas where the market might decide to do what? Change direction or consolidate. Like that, this market might decide to push up, then consolidate here, then push down, come and sweep this liquidity here, come all the way down to sweep this liquidity, then push up again to go and sweep this other liquidity and continue pushing up. So the market does not just go from support and resistance. You can't just say, but if you want to order trade, if you want to swing trade, you can place a buy here and target your take profit to be at your resistance. If you are patient enough to wait for more than even a day, all a month, sometimes it can even take a month before the market eats your what? Before the market hits your resistance. So it will always create new resistance zones here, and it will always create new support zones here as the market moves. I don't know if I've answered your question, Ken.
Yes, I've answered. Yeah, the lines and that we taught us. It was last
Yeah,
week. I'm not there. Understand? Yeah, I
we
understand.
combined the
Lines
lines.
work best. Yes, and it will not be straight. It will be but just have to identify the points.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
What it is that between the support zones, you can enter as many trades as possible before you hit resistance.
Yes, you can take so many profits here. You can take so many profits here, or you can even get losses before you enter, before you get to your resistance.
Okay.
So you can make so many trades. You can enter a trade here and say, I'm targeting take profit 1. The market comes down again. You enter for another for a buy, target this area, go back again, target this area, start a buy here, target this area, break above, continue pushing up, targeting this area, then push down again, start buying again here, targeting this area until the market comes to our resistance. So you can make a lot of money within that region. The market doesn't go straight to your resistance.
So with this account, we're gonna be trading in. It means like if you have little money, it keeps recycling, because I hear, like I was watching in YouTube, and they're saying like in US here, you'll have to, like, if you enter trade, that money that has been committed has to take, I think, 24 hours to 48 hours to mature so that you can use it. Maybe if you enter trade today, you can't use that part of the portion of the money tomorrow. It has to go up to the next day. That is when it is mature to be reused.
No.
I don't know whether
The
with
platform
your
that I said.
Mhm. Go ahead.
No, the platform that I said. The platform is able. You are able to withdraw your money instantly. No waiting.
Oh, that's a good one.
You don't wait. That's why we said we are not going to use USA documents. We are going to use Kenyan documents or the Gambian documents. We have someone from Gambia here. We also have where is Fatima? We have Sheila. So we have so many foreign. So use your native from your country of origin. Don't use USA documents or USA passport. Don't use a Canadian passport or the Australian details. Just say you are Kenyan. So you'll avoid so many questions like the taxes and whatever. Because I know there are so many regulations in the US. They monitor every single coin that enters and leaves your account. So, but through that, if you say you are Kenyans, there is no, we don't have the regulations we are not regulated. We can do our trades and make millions without even being asked about the taxes. And unless you trade so many, unless you do so many transactions that will attract the police and the investigation teams. But for now, you're very safe. I've been doing it before. Guys have opened their live accounts. We were able to deposit. I can help you to deposit. If you can't, some people have been sending me some even sent me over $5,000. Even someone sent me $10,000 to help him deposit. But if you can't, the system is automated. I can tell you on how to deposit your money. But it's very safe. The account is very safe. No one can steal your money in Forex. That I guarantee you. But don't give out your email to anyone unless you trust them. Not everyone is trustworthy like me. Because in my machine, I have more than I think more than 20 emails. I've logged into more than 20 emails for different guys in different countries. So I can't just destroy my brand because of $1,000 or because of $500. That's more money, man. So not everyone you can trust and give him all your logins. Some people in Kenya, you give them your logins for, let me say, for your broker's account, because that's where you withdraw. They tell you, give me your email and give me your logins for the broker's account. If they go there, they just withdraw all your money. Then they switch off your phones. You can't report them to FBI because you don't have proof or something. So many people have landed victim. Many people have lost a lot of money through all those schemes. That's why I said I'll be the different one. I'll give the best to the guys in diaspora so that they can know that back home there are some people they can trust. Yeah, that's why I'm here. And I know many people are here because they've been referred to me by their friends. Yeah, so I hope now we are together. So when you create the account, I'll be able to help you on how you can deposit and withdraw direct to your either crypto. If you are aware of how to use if you know how to use cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins and whatever, the crypto wallets, it's very easy for you and safe for you to use. You can even use your bank details. You can withdraw and deposit using your bank. You can use M-Pesa also. There are so many payment methods you can use. But the Forex market is very safe because this is a market which is international and it's regulated. No one can just withdraw your money anyhow. Even the broker's account, just like M-Pesa, you guys know about M-Pesa or tap send. No one can enter to your account and withdraw your money. So that's the same thing which happens in our Forex market, unless you give your logins. And your email is very crucial in our Forex market. Don't just log into any device because they also always send a code to your email. That's when you can verify that transaction to be completed. So it's a very safe platform. Your money is guaranteed. You cannot lose your money. You can not just wake up in the Forex market and find your money is missing in your account. That can never happen. So you are very safe. This market is a very safe platform. I've seen guys who have deposited more than even $100,000 and they've been able to withdraw even $200,000. So it's a very safe platform. I saw a guy in Dubai whose account was reading $44 million. His trading account reading $44 million. I even saw all the deposits and withdrawals. So this is a very safe platform.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
imagine $44 million.
Hey,
Wow, wow, wow.
And I know the guy
What?
was holding a trade today. He was buying gold, and you can see how gold has moved. So I know the guy has made crazy money today. Only that I did not get time to call him, but I know we'll talk by morning.
Yeah, like
But then
today,
Didi,
there are some who you'll find they made even $1 million.
Yeah, it's very possible.
How
Yeah.
much did you make him? Did
Now today I had so many meetings. I only made $170. I love being honest.
Didi,
What do you mean?
no.
I
1,000?
only made $170.
Yeah, I was holding him up when the news were going. He was doing something with me, so he was at
Yeah,
the same
man.
time helping somebody else to put to enter trade. So
That
we
was
messed
President
it up.
Ali. President Ali was trading when I was doing a class with my friend here. So I did not get time to enter the market again. I did my trade
You
in the
miss
morning,
out.
but I missed that move. But I'll catch up in the morning, man. I can see all this move, and I gave this signal. This is the signal I gave in the group this morning. This is
When
why
are we
you
going
guys
to
to
create?
buy.
When are we going to create account, Dell account, like a live account? Because some of us have been traded before, know something
You
small,
can
small.
WhatsApp me after this. I help you to create. So this was my entry point. I gave this signal here, and I told guys to hold TP 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see how the market played out. And the market is still pushing up. I'm expecting the market to hit here. So you can see this entire move I have missed because I entered the trade here. I remember I grabbed this TP 1 in the morning. Then I went. I had a meeting today. Then this entire move I was just monitoring from when I was in traffic, and I saw this entire move here. It left me, man. This was a very nice buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. So, Didi,
Hi,
please,
Didi.
may I ask,
Yes.
You will show us how to choose accounts.
Or
Because as
brokers.
I had mentioned before, I had opened an account. I did not know about spread and commissions, and it blew up. And I decided to first of all get the skills.
Yeah, I know that. Some brokers, let me tell you about brokers. There are some brokers we call the big book. Big books, these are the brokers who earn their money when you lose. So they'll do anything for you to lose. They can trade against you. Especially where in a platform where you are told to trade within the broker's platform. And I always give an example and say, this is like dominating in someone's bedroom. So can you allow someone to dominate in your bedroom or in your own house? So when you
no.
decide to trade within a broker's platform, then you prepare for anything. That app can decide to hang. By the time you restart your phone or your app, by the time you restart your Wi-Fi, the market has already gone and you've already lost. So I've seen all these manipulations, especially when the market is bullish like this, when the market is nice, when everyone is anticipating to make money, when the market is not consolidating. So when the market has a very nice move like today, that's when they take over. They don't want you to make money. They want you to lose so that they can get profit. So brokers are different. There are brokers who earn their money when you lose. There are some other brokers who earn their money out of every trade that you make. So they are there to encourage you to trade more, earn more so that they can generate more profit as you trade. So they don't want you to lose, because if you lose, they will not generate more income. So you have to be very careful, not just any broker you sign up and start trading. But with my guidance, I'll take you to the right brokers. Yeah.
Okay, now going back to the chart,
Yes.
we have we had a support at 34.76.
Yes, this one.
Am I correct? And
Yes.
and a resistance at 35.09. Am I 35? Yeah, it's
Yes,
35.09.
this one here.
So from there, we don't have any other.
Now we are
Because the
waiting.
price we are waiting for?
We still have this liquidity which has not been swept. We said about the liquidity sweep.
Okay.
We are waiting. This support is still valid because the liquidity has not been swept. But this resistance here, it has been swept because you can see now it's dotted. So this liquidity is already swept. So we are expecting the market either to push up or to create a new resistance here, then push down. So if the market decides to reverse here and pushes down, it creates a new resistance. So we just have to wait for this rejection.
And it will be if it pushes down, it will be coming to back to support 34.76.
It might come all the way here to sweep all this liquidity which was left here. All the market might
Form
decide.
another one.
Yes, or the market might decide to come and within this, we say this resistance will turn out to be your what? Your support.
Your support.
Though this market
Your
can come
support.
yes, it can come to this support, create support here, then bounce back to our resistance. So it might create a new support here.
Okay, thank you.
And you see up there, looks like now it is consolidating, so it might push down or go up.
Yeah, this market is now consolidating here.
And with this trade, do we have like, is there a way you put like a trading stop loss, like maybe where you put your take profit? Is there a way that they put a stop loss to be just following the profit as it goes up?
Yes, very. That's a nice question. So if you enter for a buy here, and you want to hold all the way to your resistance here, if you take a buy and you're in profit, you can always move your stop loss here. You can move your stop loss as the market goes.
Okay.
So moving your stop loss.
We're not gonna get lost.
Yes. So moving your stop loss, trailing your stop loss, or having a trailing stop loss, it means in simple terms you'll be locking this profit. You'll be locking this profit. So if the market decides to come down to this area and closes that trade, you'll have already acquired this entire profit here from your entry point. So you can always yes.
If we move the stop loss,
yes,
are we not going to lose some money?
Yes, obvious. If the market, you can't compare. Let me say you've taken a buy here and you are targeting your resistance here, right? Then you've already moved your stop loss to somewhere here. So if this market comes, you've already, let me say you made $200 here, then this market drops. Obvious that $200 will be minus. So you might be having like $180 until this area. So if your stop loss was here and the stop loss was it, you'll have locked $180 from this area. But imagine if you had already hit $200 here, then the market reverses all the way down. You lose all this profit again.
Yeah, I mean like when if we first put the stop loss down there, and then as we see the bullish continue to go up, and I don't want to lose all those money. I want just to move my stop loss up.
Yeah. Yes, you
so
can move your stop loss.
Am I not going to lose some kind of small money down there because I've just pressed my
you are moving your stop loss, so it's like following the stop loss where the market is going. And
then I'm not going to lose anything.
No, let's imagine this was your stop loss. This was your stop loss and this was your entry. So if you start making profit, then you move your stop loss here. If you move your stop loss, my bet is going low. So if you move your stop loss, here at this area, it means you'll have locked this entire profit. Kuja, if you lock this profit here, if the market moves to this point and you lock this profit, you'll have locked this entire profit. You will not lose. If it moves, it continues to move. Yes. Nakuja. Dakika moja. Sawa. So if this market So if this market moves all the way to this area and you've already moved your stop loss here, so it means you not lose this entire money or this entire money from your entry point. You not lose.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I said it will be like locking your money in a safe.
Yeah.
You're locking your profit. No one can take that profit from you.
So this stop loss, do we have to move it manually, or there is a way it can just trail by itself in a percentage way?
Now you move manually as you move.
Okay.
Though some people like me, we die once. So I think now we've learned something. I wish now I give you time to practice this support and resistance thing. Then please try as much as possible to try we call it back testing your strategy. Try to do it on the demo and see how the market will play out. So that will be the best practice ever. Rather than me tutoring you, teaching you every day, and you're not practicing. Remember, this is art and you will perfect your art out of every single practice that you do. So the more you practice, the more you become competent in the market. Okay?
So something I can ask.
Yes.
You see on your screen there between the sell and the buy buttons,
Yes.
there is 53.0 in right now. It keeps changing. Is that the price fluctuations, or what does that mean?
That means that is spread. I'll talk
Okay.
about the spread. Just a minute.
Oh, you muted?
Yeah, maybe.
It's lost.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Ask me those questions. I told you I'm here to answer you all those questions.
So if I go to the buy button and let's say I want to buy and I want to make a big profit, which things do I have to set in the buy button or set buttons?
I'll sort you about that. Let's just reach out so that I can show you that practically. The other guys are already in for that. They already have their accounts, but I'll sort you out on how to buy and how to sell.
Okay.
Yes. What is the meaning of full margin? Full margin means dying like a soldier. No stop loss, no nothing. You die like a soldier. You enter the market with all your capital. That is what we call full margin. Someone was asking about what full margin means.
What is it?
Full
What do you
margin
mean
means,
entering
but
with
you know about full
your money?
margin later. Let's go step by step. So personally, I go full margin all the time. I expose my account. I can easily lose the account or gain a lot of money within a minute or two. But it's a very risky approach. But for now, let's go step by step. Let's trail our stop loss. Let's learn to move our stop loss and protect our capital, because that is the most important. Are we together? Final question. Any lady here with a question? Where is Vayo? Vayo, how are you?
I'm fine. I wanted to ask,
Yes.
you'll also teach us how the risk management on how to come up with a lot size.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's also one of the things that messed me up last time. Although I did not have the skill anyway, and I'm running now.
Can you feel some difference now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I've actually been practicing what you are teaching us on demo.
That's nice. That's nice. Make sure you reach out for the real account.
Okay.
Now, Catherine, how are you, Catherine? Catherine Jogo. Sasa. How are you, Catherine? Catherine, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Catherine, we were to meet today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is another Catherine.
We were? Not me.
Oh, there's a Catherine I was to meet in Kilimani today. Man, I have so many
No.
things to handle in a day.
Mi niko diaspora.
There's another
Mi
Catherine
una...
in Kilimani.
Okay. Yeah,
Umenyamaza
me,
sana. Any question?
no,
Someone is
niko.
Yes.
Niko, unajua niko kazini, lakini nafuata tu, huku ni mchana.
Oh.
So, lakini nikienda nyumbani naenda kupractice. Niko sawa.
Okay, I've recorded that. I've recorded the entire session. You can redo and you can.
Yeah. I was following the whole thing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when you put the